I think there's a massive attack on femininity. Like the idea is that the masculinity is actually what's being attacked, right? Like everything is watered down, everything is softened now. It's, everything is feminine. I actually think femininity is under control. I think that a big part of the reason why this is happening is because women got too close to power.
Okay, how so?
I mean, the audacity that a black woman would run for president. I mean, this was their last stand. They were like, hold on, listen, we let you in boardrooms, we let you get credit cards. Running for president is it's too much audacity for us. When you have like cute aggression, when you see something that's like so cute, you just start spazzing out. They had like audacity aggression. Like, how the fuck could she do this?
Yeah.
She's supposed to fucking stay in line. Yeah. There's too many bitches. Get them out of here. And that's what it's really about. So rolling back of women's rights and this push that women have somehow created this world where there's too much equality and we can make choices about when we have children, and that marriage rates are dropping because nobody wants to fucking deal with a cheating alcoholic man when you can just get your own apartment. Yeah. Guys are lonely. Men in these fucking caves that would never touch a woman in their life anyway have convinced themselves that OnlyFans models are curving them because they sent them $5. Yeah. It is this attack on femininity. It's not about masculinity.
Right.
This woman has been out of her mind for so long that it doesn't even matter anymore. I believe that this is a lashing, a get back at men for holding her accountable for the same way that men are put in these lawsuits. When she was named in a lawsuit and she was basically saying that she would Me Too somebody in order to continue to keep her job or to level up, I believe this is why she's starting to reform and rebrand, and she's doing this new platform that's not fucking taking off as usual. But the reality is that the reason why men didn't vote for Kamala Harris is because she was incompetent. As a matter of fact, she was so incompetent that she got destroyed by a woman before Biden picked her. And now that we realize that the real play was that Biden had cancer, and we know that he had cancer way before they announced it yesterday, that the play was to get her to be in office. And we don't believe in diversity, equity, and inclusion. We actually want to save America and bring it back to its rightful form. And it has nothing to do with being an incel. It has nothing to do with pussy. I think that that's plentiful, and dudes can get it anytime that they want to for the most part. And if they don't, then they can take a trip overseas. So it's not even tripping about that. It's about the fact that we've lost our way. And when we gave y'all the option to be able to choose for yourselves, you chose wrong. Now you want to hold us accountable for it while still keeping things in a matriarchy. We not going that way anymore. It's over. It's completely over. So now we leave you to yourselves. But at the same time, when you advocated for equal, now we are willing to oblige you. But equal means that you get equal on both sides, not just for the benefits. You can't have equal but then advocate against family court laws. You can't have equal and then say that, oh, no. I still want by default to get the child, but you need to help me, or we don't want to go 50-50 and all of that. And let's be clear, I believe in traditional roles, 100%. No woman could ever compete with men on any level. That's just the facts. Like when we get down to the brass tacks of it, women can't compete with men on any level whatsoever. So all of this, oh, that was the last straw and it was an opportunity for hold on. The only reason that y'all in this position in the first place is because we allowed for y'all to be that way. That's it. If you look at the evictions, if you look at the people that are complaining about student loans, if you look at the people that are complaining about repossessions, all of that stuff is women. If you look at the people that are complaining, but now since we have a voice and now we have the ability to communicate with each other and out loud for ourselves, now they want to say that, oh no, it's because y'all not getting no pussy. Ad hominem attacks is just that. It's just insults. It doesn't hold any weight. It doesn't bear anything. Until she addressed the accusations against her for Me Too and a man in order to get into a room when we know that she had no fucking talent whatsoever, and that's why her podcast ain't taking off. Nobody is really checking for this shit.
It is this.
The only time that we review it is to hold her accountable. No hot takes, no greatness. She even got left by her co-host.
It is this attack on femininity. It's not about masculinity.
Attack on femininity, y'all.
That's my opinion. And the OnlyFans thing is actually the biggest part to me.
Tell me about the OnlyFans thing.
Well, the idea that men would be mad at women for making money off of other men.
Yeah.
Is a concept that my brain can, and I have many ridges, so like my brain cannot connect those two.
Mm-hmm.
I am not paying OnlyFans models for photos and videos.
Right.
I don't have the app.
Yeah.
The people who are paying these women are men.
Mm-hmm.
So how are men mad at women?
How are men mad at women? How are men mad at OnlyFans?
No. We hold everything that people do accountable. Men are held accountable. Women are held accountable. The only difference is that women are complaining about they hold themselves accountable. Women versus accountability, it does not work.
Models, why they're mad at it? The shame is necessary for control.
Correct.
Shame is a control.
Look at this motherfucker.
Right. So
Look at
what they're taught is
Van Lathan.
that there
Liberal.
is a specific type of woman, and that specific type of
shame
woman
is for control.
is supposed to be completely submissive to maleness. And one way to be completely submissive to maleness is to be chaste. So if you
what
are
is
not
he
chaste,
talking about, family?
then you are a wild woman. Wild women can be lusted after, but they must be shamed. Because if a woman doesn't listen to a man about who she should fuck, then she's not probably going to listen to that man about anything.
Is Van Lathan sassy? Somebody let me know. Does Van Lathan like the opposites? I just got to know, because you can never be more wrong about what he's saying right now. Whores have been in existence since the beginning of time. Nobody complains about it. We slot women accordingly. It's women that you'll marry, and then it's women that you play around with, okay? Shame comes along with when you're starting to influence culture and trying to promote something that's bad. And when we see an overcorrection of something, especially when it's going in the wrong direction. I'll give you an example. Every woman that you date above the age of 30 is a single mother. Women celebrate being single mothers and having children out of wedlock. We know that that affects your sons and our daughters. And when you grow up and you have these guys that have these issues and they need therapy and they're raised in broken homes, much more likely to go to prison, much more likely to do this. When you see people pushing this propaganda inside of your schools, when you see these indoctrination camps that we call high schools and universities, when it starts to affect culture, nobody cares if somebody is gay. We care when you start to push it as propaganda and have it in every commercial and in our movies and trying to reprogram society to make us think that this is the way that you're supposed to go. So shame is to influence the culture. Hoes will always be around. Simps will always be around. If you then have a voice and you're telling people what to do, then you have to deal with it on the other side. When people then criticize what you say, then that is just a part of the culture. When you decide to participate on social media, then that means that you're open to be held accountable. It's very, very simple. But he's so busy trying to appease her on her platform. Let's see if we can get any more out of this, y'all.
You can't have that. You have to be able to, the first level of control that you have over a woman is telling her what she can do with her body.
Right.
And then after...
No, we just don't want you to delete babies. We don't believe spiritually, morally, as bad as we may be, we got to protect the children. To be conservative means that you don't take life. It's not controlling what you do with your body. That's saying be irresponsible with who you open up your legs to. Why is it so difficult?
He believes that, you got her. So there's a reason why. Like, I love my father, you know. My dad's passed away a couple of years ago. Rest in peace, Dad. Like I wrote about it.
I don't want to hear about it. I don't want
the
to
answer to
you.
I know. A woman.
It makes women become itemized.
Bingo. A woman is no longer a woman.
Yes, a woman is pussy.
Woman is a means for me to achieve my manhood.
Correct. I don't even know. What
They're a means for shit. It's gotta happen. It's not that saying that women, everything who are not
right.
beaten, because like you don't fuck.
And my contacts. He used to rob drug dealers for a living.
Did you hear what this woman just said?
Okay, he's a computer programmer. You don't fucking know. What do? You work at fucking Best Buy. He knows. Do you know MS?
I used to date a guy that wore purple contacts. He used to rob drug dealers for a living.
Joy,
Man, in my
you gotta have a
defense,
talk.
there was a time when if you didn't date a drug dealer, you really actually didn't even have a boyfriend. Like,
Now see what I'm saying? Now
Right.
it's a bunch
we were
of
programmed. I blame Destiny's Child Soldier. All right, it wasn't even my fault.
But look, but see, even that right there. Do you know how many guys that was outside, like, hey, Joy, you wanna come over and do trigonometry? Hell no. I'm hanging out with Jody tonight. You got a Sebring, Chrysler Sebring.
Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.